to start us off, and already Ara's gotten himself pretty deep up mid. Something ready for it, turns to flash, and now for contact is just too good! What an opener! Talk about win.
Openings for GX, the PRX are ready to just flood onto them and get an ace.
Little ace. Little ace for the boy, jump, bounds, just like Bambi. Well,
Expecting this to come through though.
They're going to fight out of this
What
smoke.
a setup.
PRX, for God's sake, you know they're not going to sit here and let you pass them by. Paranoia thrown out, Jing's able to capitalize. Ara very low. Strong wind to blow him over, and Forsaken's got more than just hot air. Here's Grabinho, has to walk up onto the A site. But a smoke in his way, Spike on the other side of tree with 12 seconds left. He knows he might need to batten the hatches here and just try and survive.
Only option at this point in the round. The way that PRX maneuvered the map there was so lovely. Late into that round, they insert something with that judge, and the second GX activate, they could get hit by slow orbs from Jing. Yep, there. That one's going to go down, but Aura gets ahead of it. Lovely Paranoia. Again, there's been some good util setup for GX. Unfortunately, it's just come on eco round so far.
Blown out first. Jing flattened by West Side. Always good with the Sheriff, and now into the site. GX are swarming over it.
That was just alert to the cat, I believe. Something stops the plant, though. Very low on HP. A lot of danger. He's got to back up just a bit.
Yep, this buys time for a check. You better, Patman! Does not allow further passage. Are able to hold it down here from A main, and look at this wrap from Something. Look at the gate crashes.
He has flanked so quickly. I do not think Cloud is going to expect this whatsoever.
Initially, he was just checking mid in case there was a late flank. Now, though, he stepped up. What an angle! Ara, though, has the...
Having the opportunity to flood in because of it, but now with the man advantage, trying to press through Catwalk. Issue being, Forsaken has to close the gap with the Judge at some point. There's one Sheriff, weaponry better for GX.
But just has some room to clear the dart, but they know he's there. It doesn't seem to matter. Here is the null command that comes out. It's Devi and Jing that have to fight through it now. There's no other choice for it. From upper, West Side finds yet another. It's on Jing. Suppressed, knows Cloud is likely in A main and sends his crosshair in that direction. Drops down, tries to isolate the one fight. Some stall here, of course, on this belated attempt at B. The sheer wall has to be respected. That will be drawn out now. Gets West Side at least over to logs.
Sank it and anchoring pretty deep in the site, but now all alone and dealt point. So they can try to spam some of these players down from back site through Boathouse.
Oh, that is dirty. Ara is so close. And there's a noise cut in mid, or rather PRX. Don't see GX as they pull out of that part of the map and leave the insert. Something's back in the game, and Ara might have something to say about it, but the slow orb meant there's no direct follow-up on that res attempt. It's Cloud falling. Devi going to control from stairs here. Caught inside the fragment, and Gravino's got the follow-up now. Patman has to fight for himself inside Boathouse. Chucked down, still gets the kill. And now Dimensional Drift is going to get something into the site, but he's holding nothing but an operator. Jing can also work out from spawn as well. There's West Side. Damn, he's been good today. Very sharp, and Jing should wait a moment. He's got something with him now. Seen this guy retake 1v2 with an op. He's got Jing to help him this time. Flickless watching Speedway, though. Jing's going to have to be quick with this adjustment, and he is. So much so he doesn't take any damage. Westside now under pressure, shot through the wall, and Something. Got to start nipping at their heels, and Jing might be the first to see it. He thinks about it. Timing's not quite there for him, though. Spotted out already. And there's Patman. Might have to do something about this. Ara with the stopping power to put two PRX players in the dirt.
Not a lot of util to work with for PRX, just that one Paranoia for Forsaken. Can it get a good connection? Something playing up close, two players all the way back.
With Razorvine there. Cleared by Ara!
Oh, wow, Something takes a timing off that. What a bold play.
Gravino's also quite low as he tries to make his way onto the side. A decent 0 point now, but PRX are ready to fight for their lives in this site. Gonna be three players come downstairs. Something now can turn up that dart. That is very enlightening.
How did that hit all three of them? That was crazy.
Yeah, now they're gonna make a play off of Catwalk, but PRX are ready to fight for this space as well. Heal up. Gravino gets him one. But now that leaves the A site pretty loosely held.
Didn't expect Gravino with Flickless baiting for that position, but even still, things traded out. What a shot again from Aura. Oh my god, GX out. Long range, open angle with the Bulldog. These guys have a combined 50 HP.
30 and 20 respectively. What? On it!
Does he expect it? Does he go for a little jiggle? No, he is just caught out in the open. Aura smoking that angle off. The cam is watching top cat for him as well.
Ara can be dug out here by Cloud. He can very easily support him through mid.
Or rather, I think that might have just been a ping from the drone. Either way, you know, he did have support, someone able to keep eyes on top cat while Aura was in this very forward position, which he's just retaining, by the way. but he'll have that support. Here's Flickless.
I'm going to recheck this. So said RR, pop flash for his duel.
By a shock afterwards.
Beijing. Able to bring Westside down eventually. I think he was concerned about a push up into his other tripwire. Couldn't play off it.
Something gets backside very quick off that teleport. And now GX having to play a 4-on-5 retake. Make that 3-on-4.
Spike planted.
RR turns up with the operator. It's more than Forsaken can handle.
PRX had to buy very late coming through B main. I think he'll potentially be this critical factor if GX do go for the retake.
It's being smoked for. GX trying to cover that at least. Now making away towards Switch. It's actually something back in the side, got picked off. What a flash! What a setup for Flickless. And Ara's got himself a rifle to work with now. Patman about to be swarmed. Finds the first. That was the Blade Storm now down for Ara. Divided the rescue off. A good timing out of B main. Gets the Speedway. Flickless now has to dance. Dodge. Duck, dip, and dive.
He's gotten it to half!
Divai over the top, though, is able to put him...
It's looking pretty dismal after this buy, by the way. This is a very important round in that regard.
Paranoia here from Grabino in response. Saw one come from PRX. Hunter's Fury now active, and Flickless tries to step out, take the fight on his own. Grabino will be called on as well. Ara on top of the wall. Made use of Jing's architecture to his favor. Down to 2 PRX. Need this spike recovered, but Ara's not going to leave that area for free.
Both GX players on the way. No way, Aris is looking over top. Is that it? Yeah, he's got the angle. Patman goes down. It's all on Divai in the clutch. He won it out last round, but this one, surely not, right? Too many GX players alive.
And look at them starting to encroach now, especially behind this Owl drone. Ara knows he can probably play off that. A Ghost and a Sheriff's all they really got to work with now, so this Outlaw should feast. Ara gets his. Grabino happy to stand on the site and fight, but he's down by the Ghost player. Jingo now will have his hands full with the play out from Tree. Flickless belatedly brings him down. Something with a TP forward onto the side, but that Spike's still loose out in main. And Flickless has no reason to leave that fairly passive position. Divai had a good hold. Crosshair placement broken.
I think to disrupt the plan that Alex has just provided to the team. And the timeout.
They walked into it. This is not the first time we've seen this push up in the mid for GX.
Corbino can stay pretty damn aggro because he can teleport whenever he wants. Yeah, he's just going to do that now after getting the first kill. Safe line, but they've got the advantage. Just get out. It's totally fine, right?
Gate crash at home, really.
Leave free for the taking. PRX can maneuver their way in and will be headed towards just a big 5-on-5 retake in which Divai has the steel guard and ready to go, but Market not smoked off. Patman, Cotton, GX, it looks like they want to accelerate.
They don't have the smoke because they had to use it in order to get the res up land. Already PRX's util is being taxed before they even hit this B site. The slow warp though towards defense side spawn denies any anchor, any fight for space for GX. They have to play retake now.
PRX will have to get a really good timing out of B main. They have 2 players there right now. Paranoia into the steel guard, and it looks like they want to fight.
It's timely.
No, they're going to take it slow.
Divai and something opt to just stay in B main, just to ratchet the suspense up to 10. Primary's now going to be available. Divai tries to swing off that, but there's Westside inside the fight. Flickless down, Guarino finds his, and GX! It's going to be a fast hit coming from B main. Ara's going to try and wrap around pretty quickly, if I'm not mistaken. Westside, though, just, flat with all this. Util and Cloud come to the rescue. These guys, man, it is against Stingers in fairness. But they have got each other's backs for real. Forsaken is to fight inside the site under the effects of his null command. Can't make use of it. Taking it currently too.
Wow, and they've gone for the tiles push straight away, but PRX already. Hunter's Fury a bit too late. Frequently enough that there's nothing wrong with mixing it in. Cloud catches something on the cross. Now 1 versus 3. They have an opportunity to isolate anything else. The IGL for GX, but individually has been no slouch in this tournament. Far from it, in fact.
He was 23-9 on Sunset against Sentinels. Plus 15 kills deaths across the entire series.
Ash for lane, something ready to go in.
Cloud and Westside fully anchored for this now, though they are tucked inside Boathouse. Cypher U2 coming up, and Patman's trying to clear them out. The perfect opener, but Cloud is ready on the swing.
2,
and there's more coming. He might just be ready. What a flash from Flickless again! The setup is too good. Ara gets involved. Cloud's able to hold his own, and PRX are down to just Patman, who was supposed to be the one that opened the way up. Let them move in behind this Hunter's Fury. Now he's got to do it himself. This could be the map.
30 seconds left.
Aura on the angle, ready to go. The side relegated to just that. Sheriff as PRX are on the entry. Cage about to drop. Can he get the skill on it for a second? No. Sheriff not strong enough.
Seen him find those we need to see. Classic W gaming from PRX now. They have that massive advantage weapons-wise. They're able to leverage it to get this B-side control, but eventually GX can reach for those primaries once more. Sage wall that's got a gap in it, so Flickless has to show himself briefly with that little gap. Something working those angles pretty effortlessly, and there's a slow orb that will waylay Flickless further.
Robinho working through B main. We'll discover that there are no PaperX players there this time, everyone on site. No reason for GX to not go for this. Only one round left, and they have a ton of money, but it's something who's ready to clean things up.
Okay, don't know who wins that one. Flickless at 10. And we know just how solid things have been for GX. They've got decent money here. But now to get two win at their fingertips. Putting PRX out of commission is a hard ask, but look at his mid-take again! PRX play more towards an A side of the map. They don't get involved here, and they don't see Ara coming.
It is the last round of this game, potentially, and GX play with no fear at all.
And a real start from GX. They pick a set, and they have got to look for every single round. It's like Paris Fashion Week out there.
They want to get into this A site. West side is anchoring, heavily committed.
Okay, this Rapper's going to come from GX, but it's going to take some time to get up from Rubble. In the meantime, West side has to hold on, and the clone catches him out.
Yeah, that's the wrong Yor.
This sort of fast rotate style.
I mean, they can just exploit GX's rotates by drawing them really quickly. Wow, okay, West side just... All right, random break. Oh my god, he almost one-shots Divide.
Down to 20. Cloud has to back away though from this paint shell. A lot done here by West side. GX ready to fight into the side as the smoke clears, but something cleverly picks Ara off with a wider angle and then waits for GX to walk into his crosshairs. 3 for something. PRX
pushed all the way through door, then Prowler into B main, and with all this noise, PaperX just want to accelerate into A yet again.
Forsaken is solo there, pretty much on his own, and Flickless takes it from top stairs. Now into the side we go, something trying to push in deep. West side has the Prowler to deal with it, shoots straight through it, and it's Flickless activating from pit. My goodness.
Finally, with the AWP, what a tap. That's mental.
There's that individual prowess from something on display. Get a weapon upgrade for himself, going to baby door. We'll have some backup that might pivot towards a B hit from that. Flickless is going to be the one that has to stand tall in the face of this level of pressure. Steps up, knows it's coming, going to try and take matters into his own hands, but something still has the Guardian and still tears his head off. 3 with the Guardian. Bro, it refuses to be stopped.
They're not even going to the B site. PaperX are just on their way over to A. Realize if they get a clean anti-eco, but GX want to get in quick. West side 1 for 1. Back sight, but under the pressure of the Prowler. Yeah,
he doesn't shoot through the Prowler.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
PRX go very aggressive. No, they have a chance here to really just stack up an important 5th round for themselves. Robinho, but lately going to take that door toggle. Ara joining him in mounds. There's an Arc Rose out there that does confirm the 2 players' presence. And they know full well that the Razor Vine is going to be in their way. Divide decides to step ahead of it though and get this one out of the way nice and quick.
There's something where Patman would love to get another kill here to get close to their ultimates, and Prowler goes under the trip. It's a little bit higher up. That is awkward. Jing is caught, but yeah, he is dealt with. That's crazy.
Yeah, easily handled that. It's time for Util, a big problem. Something willing to stand and fight. Remember, this is a GX Sheriff Eco round, and Flickless is commanding attention on the site. Divide, very little to do here. Smoked off it entirely. Still has a spike to hand. Judge. The perfect way to shut him down. So it's been Divide and something, though, really have put out strong performances, and both of them have made use of the op at times, or the Guardian, and made it look like an op.
Thorns are alive.
Now, does Divide dare use the Steel Garden he's about to get?
He might
used
be
it in the
dying.
1v2, but yeah, no, I think he's going to probably die first.
To go home.
You roll the die, 3 options. Sadly, you hit his sight.
All right, Flickless here, Razor Vine blooming in front of him. No success with spam through that cyber cage. The West side wants to get active on the side. He walks though up on Jing, who this time is ready to throw down into the back of the site. Jing goes in out to upper. Full site control for PRX. And GIANTX have Ara and Cloud. We need to work together to piece this out.
And those anchors who have typically been an absolute wall, just depleted by PaperX on a very important round for their money. Aura into this 1 versus 3. Does he even want to risk it with the op? Actually, yeah, he has a ton of cash. He can go for the play. Why not? Just send it.
Time is short. The harder he can make this next round for PRX, the better. It will be the last round of the half. Ara, since getting that op in hand, we've seen what he can do with it. He's absolutely dynamic.
It gets a showstopper. So, hey, little consolation prize. He'll take it. He will take it. Instant seized with the nade this time. Not going to catch the flash. It's amazing. And Jing collects all 3.
PRX knew exactly what they were walking into. aid the stack, so full retake protocols in effect now for PRX. GX get up on this B side.
Luckily, something doesn't actually take that teleport. Just walking down out of A. Westside is going to hear all of this. If he plays it patiently, he might be able to backstab everybody.
Yep, they are not checking for this. All the timing is good for Westside, and he's able to convert it into a second. Paranoid for Forsaken, but he still gets dinked. Bro, he's down to 4. Able to take the fight with some right clicks, but once again, PRX disrupted as they're trying to set up defensively.
How many late round situations have we seen Deviant like this? And yet somehow he's still putting up crazy numbers, but he's in unwinnable spots.
Not this time. Forsaken at 4 with pressure and shots through the smoke. GIANTX, what a start. Location of the Archeros there as well, up on the wall. Devi had made use of that already by the looks.
PRX are very ready for this. They knew what GX were going to do.
Ara trying to make a swing. It's risky business trying to post up at that angle, and something's going to punish him now. The paint shells catch Westside by the heel as he tries to abscond quickly. Cloud paranoia it up, but Flickless is able to bail him out. And now the push through the smoke. He's got to be devastated.
Rotate.
Here's this all of it. Forsaken thought he was clever getting up on the corner, but Grabinho was far further forward than he expected.
What a kill. Has the paranoia lineup for backside as well. He catches Patman.
Patman out in the open. Ara able to take that fight, and Jing knew he had the dark. He knows this question, the better part of Valor now, and the pressure is on. What a correction! 3 for Jing, and the spike goes loose. It's at the back of the site. And GX had to get Flickless and Westside up here to wrest it out of his grip.
Enemy remaining.
And what have they got to do with absolutely no tools? PRX are now everywhere.
Oh, man. That up in tree. Paranoia drawn out. Now as the door opens, the Grabinho's hoping to get ahead.
Jing on the rotate over towards A Heaven. If GX commit, they're still staring down the barrel of this showstopper.
Oh, thought he had a timing, but Grabinho has room to recover.
And now Jing is just solo, all alone.
Done this again. He's done this before. He gets chomped on. Paranoid, Prowler out, and still something controls that high ground. He's going to rip the showstopper, and Grabinho can't get away in time. This time, Jing relies on his teammates for success. And that's also a solid strategy. Westside to the back of the side, it's something felled. Patman around the corner, sees in place, and Westside is an easy target. A tasty opening of B door to force the attackers back further. This map control now has been taken and given hand over fist by GX. I just don't have the weapons to thrive in this scenario. Grabinho is able to get deep now. The iconic Bucky skin will be shut down. Devi
with this brawl on A, but PRX are there to fight.
Ara has to go down there. Nothing he could really do. Seized in place by the looks of things. And there's something. Here's PRX now. This is where their bread is buttered. And it never falls butter side. Down, Wyatt. Something. X's with 3.
We have gotten so just out of A, but PRX have mapped
What?
elsewhere. Devi very confident with that swing, I would say.
Something in theory had him covered, but the Rose was not enough to guarantee success there. Well, it's a PRX round, one after another after another.
Last player standing.
Okay, boys.
Yeah, it feels like they really wanted to get this one over with fast. But the eagerness to do so has extended us by at least one more round. Need all those rounds. I'll tell you that.
So again, PRX just flip-flopping this time. It was a bit more aggressive over towards Rubble side. No one actually in the C side at all. Does Grabinho opt to walk up on this? No. Paranoia, he thinks that GX are a bit faster than they actually are. Razorvine's canvassing the ground. This will slow things up slightly, but already GX have purchase in the back of the side.
PRX are more than happy to play this for some kind of retake of Flood. All right, 1-for-1 on the important ults. Actually, it's the Dimensional Drift in very early. Something spawning on multiple players within that Viper's pit, but certainly can't commit at that timing. Will give an opportunity to ping out for the nade, though.
Okay, Westside inside the pit. It's a clone that he ends up taking contact against. Buddy thrown in. GX just keeping a toe in the pit to keep it standing, of course. That's been set in place by Flickless.
This is so much pressure from PRX. GX have not, for any moment, felt comfortable enough to try to actually get this spike down. Yeah. But at this point, they've drawn out enough utility that they can.
The pre-plant pit, though, is always kind of dangerous. It gives PRX time to set up and start spamming in. Ara has fallen.
And one more kill for Jing will result in a showstopper. That could be enough to close out this game, bring us to sunset.
Something's had the time now, the freedom to start to swing around. Looks like the box position in C has been smoked out and shut down. But there's Westside and Cloud. Stave off this attempt at their flank. Now Patman and Jing realize there's no point going any further.
Yeah, that's all she wrote on the round. They need to save those rifles so they can get a full buy into the next. So Dimensional Drift, Steel Garden off the table. Some of the very, very important ults that PRX have access to close out the game. And of course the round converted. Things looking a little bit more realistic for GX. Yeah, but even still, they had to...
Sees though, not quite there. It's Ara getting picked off first though. Forsaken in position to deal with him as he tried to cross past that rubble corner.
Yeah, just instantly opening that tree door. Entry player for GX removed. Now they have to get their bearings, figure out how to win this out in the 4 versus 5 with 0 ultimates available.
Might see some baby door presence taken up by PRX in a moment. Mindful though is Patman about to push off B main, but there's a shield wall there to detect it.
Yeah, and with that Prowler not getting any spots, no reason for PRX to really adjust here in any way. They can retain these spots on A. They're prepped for B if they need to be as well.
The B split coming out. There's that sheer wall in play. How will that be handled? Flickless though, and Westside. The two players, you'd be terrified to fight as they get into the site early. They get past the sheer wall.
Something maybe wanting to go for an aggro play, but couldn't, was delayed. Jing now doubled up though.
Flickless had to wait for that wall to come down. He's now able to sit in main a little bit further. We'll have a plant. There's the TP here for Forsaken. Smoke on Flickless's position now, and Grabinho attempts to take control. Paranoia comes out, doesn't affect Grabinho though. He's tucked here on the corner, wins one. Eventually gets overrun, but Jing elsewhere, picked up by Westside, who followed up Grabinho. Great upper presence here for GX. And the money's not good for PRX, they know it. And now Cloud's starting to bring him down one by one. Something has to...
Paranoia that Grabinho threw out was excellent. It connected onto everyone from PRX that were stacked up there. He gets wide, takes that...
And then one off that Nightfall for retake. Showstopper also there for Jing. So PRX likely let this first push go through to the keeper. Play that full retake.
They force Devi all the way out. But can GX really fight for any additional space? No. Look at the status of the utility. It's very low, just a seize and a haunt. That is all they have access to.
Yeah. Patman would love a kill here. Something to open things up. Ara goes low. Clone there, of course. Complicating things. And there it is, Ara taken down. Not the start that they're looking for at all. PRX looking for a retake now as Jing found that showstopper, and it found Flickless in turn. Cloud tucked here by the side, sees Patman go across. Devi might look for a swing off this, but isn't ready for Cloud to take a timing of his own. Nightfall going to come through here, and Cloud is already off the sights.
Late, but this time ultimately pretty free.
There's no C's nade combo as the Fade and Raze both over at B. PRX trying again to gamble on the right position, but this allows for a faster reflank.
Very fast reflank, 3 players. There is obviously this trip place behind by Westside that'll need to be broken unless maybe they want something to just teleport across and they go elsewhere. Regardless, very fast from GX into this very free C site.
Forsaken's mandate, strictly do not die. Hold the Paranoia until we're ready to try and flood in.
Flickless is in so much danger. There's a player in blue room as well.
Grabinho here sees the clone. Now the Viper wall comes up. This is going to allow PRX to get in position, but also GX to defensively set up behind it. Seas comes in. They are decayed down. Easy targets. Patman with the critical utility at the most important moment. Now the Nightfall comes through onto the side. Cloud here playing through tree. That door is opening. He sees it. Wouldn't have heard it otherwise. It's Jing toying with him, trying to keep him busy, keep his attention, catnips away from the fight, and he wins it out anyway. PRX, as only they know how, claim the map on an awkward... They rolled Chila Gaming on this too. Both teams have already shown their sunset at Champions. Will that tape matter? Was there enough time to start to integrate an understanding of how one another play?
Something does play great over here, by the way, as he just shuts down the flank with some very smooth taps. And Patman says, why not me too?
Yep, I'm gonna get involved. Don't leave me out.
One ghost headshot, please. And it's down to 2 GX players, one of which is now one-wayed in spawn, the other which is staring down 2 players over at Link.
Last player standing.
Long-range frenzy, and something just gets poured. He has been to just go back to the story of this game. Oh my god. Well, all right, well, I was going to wait a second, depending on what Westside did next, but I mean, just seeing GX, who finished 7th, 8th kickoff, 9th, 10th stage 1, and are taking it to the defending champions in PRX, the best team in the world right now. What an ascension for this team over the last few months.
Yeah, what did they change? They just added some rookies to their roster. This round, of course, is back on an initiator. Insane util from him.
Wow, the reclear onto Patman. He is immediately removed from the server. How do PRX react?
You take your foot off the gas against this team?
But they baited it out.
Okay, Jing, no unaffected by the fault line. Ara realizes this, so doesn't fully swing around that corner. Instead leaves it up to Westside.
B.
Gotta be recovered here. Jing gets tucked in on the side. That's where the flash comes from, though, and something does get across. Flickless is going to be busy on this left side of the site, and there was a Sage Wall to cover the market push. PRX have kind of accounted for everything here. Very meticulous hit onto the site. And Grabinho has very little to see with the remnants of the wall in his way.
Cloud has to be careful about corners. Oh, directly to his left and right. Grabinho removed, and PRX too many numbers. Way is Cloud. Oh, doesn't dodge the second.
Forsaken also lit up there as Flickless is able to take him out of the game early. Patman trying to get quickly up from Market, and he does into Boba. Now Jing, Showstopper on site. It's a bit wayward, but Devi is there to deliver.
Spike down.
Now Cloud tucked in that corner. Ara on a late reflank here. There's an opportunity here. If he can disrupt the plant, yes, Spike loose. Ara ready to fight for it now. Relay bomb thrown out, but doesn't quite have the depth. So Jing handles him.
10 seconds left.
Low HP is Cloud, backside left alone. What is the maneuver?
It's turned away with this recon. Not the opportunity. I think he realizes they're tucked in the corner and a clean and the Tiles player.
One of those kill trips immediately. Dealt with Grabinho. Wow, wins that out.
So the spotlight here is over at the B side, though. White inside the smoke on Market side. West side is waiting for his moment to spring forth. Grabinho has a rifle. It's the only one, though, for GX here. And Flickless shows himself. That's that breach util for a retake now not available.
Oh my god.
Okay.
West side with a crazy shot now, but something locks down the flank. Jing has been on a tear this round.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What is happening?
Just the individual gunplay here is ridiculous. From
Oh my god!
West side, unreal. Something now has to stop this. They know where he's going to be. Something mindful. Mineral Theft would reveal him inside main, but it's going to disrupt the plant. Grabinho now's gotten it to half, and something needs a better gun instead of reloading, and West side brings it down. Canny from GX, but they still find themselves behind the pack. Cloud just takes the timing there. That was back on Link. Forsaken thought he had gotten deep, but now he's been dug out. I'm just waiting for a GX re-clear. It's going to happen at some point. Ara trying to post up with the op. Dangerous now, though. Punished. PRX very quickly spring into action. Down the op player.
Flickless not able to assist. Didn't have a stun there. Wants to pick up the line. Two GX players here. They have to fight off all the PRX. Flickless a little bit too eager, and now Cloud caught in the corner by that showstopper.
That likely will do it, especially with Devi able to stave Grabinho off as he makes his way in through spawn. That's another 4v5 conversion round for a PR.
Up and thrown it over to Devi. Shades of the Lotus play. This is a classic from GX, but PRX, they are totally out the way of it. Patman gets out of there.
They got Sentinels with this 2 rounds out of 3. Not PRX though, little too canny for it. They've been able to take up residence on this A side, and West side's trying to ask the question, do I stay or do I go? Jing dominates him from above. Now Cloud being as low as he is, he tries to go up and get a weapon. Punished for that as well. Jing won't be ready for the corner. That is one for Ara. Fast lane will get him out.
At this point, likely to just save with this rifle. And you're exactly right, that's a play that GX were finding success with in the EMEA Stage 2 playoffs, found success with against Sentinels, but PRX, they played around that, and specifically it's Patman playing around that. He realizes what's happening, gets all the way back into spawn, and then just patiently waits for the moment to get back in and catches one of the GX players wrapping through tiles after the play. He handled that exactly as you need to.
He's been
just
here.
as you need to do to counter this GX aggression.
Patman's been on this roster now for quite some time, but his addition really allowed for that more well-rounded strategic approach. PRX no longer just double. There is a trip here, though, that could punish Jing, who likes to tuck in that corner after hitting the site. Well, he won't get onto the side at all. Cloud! What a Hunter's Fury. Jing and on Ara, already set for the shot, forcing Ara off the line. Trade out by Flickless now, who makes a solo venture into elbow with that screen active the last moments.
Oh no, Forsaken was making threaded the needle into A spawn, teleport towards A for Forsaken.
He does have the spike though, so he has to give this spot up at some point.
I mean, again, something only has 12 seconds, now has to get back to the site.
10 seconds left.
Could respond.
Look at the mini-map, man, this is chaos. Now Forsaken said, okay, bet, I'll take your positioning and spawn. And
What?
might catch Cloud.
He got him! He got him off the spike! That is nuts!
Oh.
Flickless! Work different parts of the map, but they obviously concerned about the Cypher. Ding! He's seeing that whole time by Flickless!
That is criminal!
In midair! Just wins it out! Gets deeper on towards Link. Grabinho at least shuts him down, but that was ungodly, and it's an opener for PRX. They can now look to exploit. Forsaken crouches into the shot, and Ara is dashed aside. Cloud trying to work around this wall, and Grabinho finds the corner. There's a player trying to spike down.
Standing.
Grabinho's found 3 here.
30
Devi
seconds
is
left.
indeed trouble. Up the proverbial without a paddle. Spike out of his grasp, and an Al drone looking to sniff him out.
Surely not, right? Smoked off. GX have to lock this one up. They just make the call for that full rotate towards the A site. PRX have been going for a fair amount of re-hits. They were positioned, ready, broken, but all right, very fast. Jing up mid, paranoia through market. What is that, a direct?
It must have been. Grabinho was in a place that's hard to hit with that showstopper. Up on top of Kiosk in the 10 spot. There's Patman. Finds himself 1, but again, PRX still have that numbers advantage. Devi with a Sheriff to work with, though.
Timing out main, Forsaken swings onto west side, the lone anchor on site.
There's no eyes on main for west side. There's not much he could have done. Ara might want to try and play into the site early, or at least imply that he's done so with his fast lane.
Another round should be good as done. Only 1 ult necessary for this one. That is so ideal for PRX. They just have to stop Aura and Flickless.
GX going to play the way into the site. Ara's only had 2 frags for the half. It's been a quieter outing for the Neon.
Look at this delay, though. They're slowed on one side, walled on the other.
And Jing is going to be standing in their way now as well. Talk about arresting utility. It's just Ara in that 1 versus 3, and even that part of the map up on purpose. Oh, something had his crosshair positioned perfectly for that, and a 6 cents for the timing.
What is up with this guy on pistol rounds? He has been a demon today.
It's practically extrasensory perception.
Now Flickless has 2 flashes. He's got the aftershock ready to play within this post flank. Grabinho, look at the situation he's in.
So dangerous. There was a shoulder pick, not full committal for Devi, and so Jing's going to be able to take the frag.
Something again, and that's Flickless down. The utility removed.
Yep, for the retake that's going to make things pretty difficult for GX as they play off the site. Something. All right, here comes Ara. Steps up to the plate, though. The light is very good. What a recon. Something sets up for the first kill and takes a second for himself. Jing doesn't want to be left out. Refuses to be a footnote on a round like this, but Flickless will get the drop on him. Stinger always dangerous.
By the way, we've had 0 time to mention it, but that was a force from GX. Tied with a Sheriff. She has got right now. And on Ascent, he was 2 rounds like this as well, but yeah, something he is just simply not easing up.
Expecting more from that, and he was right, in a sense. Mid definitely swarming with GX players right now, but Jing is feeling himself.
Spike down mid.
We'll take 2 with that Spectre. It's just Cloud. Spike is in mid. It's all but impossible.
Raider. Is this something GX will be ready for? Might not even matter. They're trying to go through top mid. They're trying to split through Boba.
Slow warp to slow down this market push, though, and yet GX haven't gone in there. They've got that top mid control. They're looking to try and exercise that into Boba. Devi had to heal himself quickly. Patman with a double back over towards market, and that's massive.
And everyone top mid, they're just stalled out. They're cut off because of the wall.
And how are they supposed to get this back? Flickless and Cloud, both the ones with the util.
And it is the pace that GX have just being stalled out entirely by the existence of this Sage. It is the counter to their play style.
He might be ready to rip this. As soon as he gets an inkling, something is up. This is going to cause a split here for Westside, eventually on his own.
And this is a split again through top mid, but this time into A. Aura with a crucial kill onto Forsaken. That keeps GX in the round.
This elbow presence, though, for PRX is something of concern for GX. They have to dig it out, and look, the other arm of their pincer can't actually get past the line of scrimmage onto the A side. There's got to be a wrap, but Devi's waiting for it. Ara, though, wins it out. Now it's on Jing. He has to fight his way out of this map, but they've not checked the corner, and Jing got himself 2. That puts PRX up in the round, and Cloud at least has the spike to recover. But the net on him is closing 2.
The late flank from Patman. He's feeling the pressure. The wall's closing in. Stuck in elbow. Has to get that spike. Does so. But now where can he plant where he feels any level of safety? He wants to draw a Patman. This is some good intuition from Cloud. He's expecting the flank.
Patman is not the player that's going to fall into this trap. The last member of PRX that's going to be fallible to it.
Something open. Facing this angle right now.
Cloud is going to have to walk across and has to hedge his bets. The last best chance there.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud pinged out, Forsaken. Hears all of this and chooses not to step forward. Now gets under the side of the bubble. Patman controlling it from one part of the map, and he gets his. Grabinho, though, 3 players now inside this elbow, and they're going to go for it. Ara throwing caution to the winds. It has to be now.
What is the maneuver for GX? They're being surrounded. There's a flank coming from their spawn side. They want to flip the map. They want to play from the defense spawn. But Cloud is caught. It's a 2 versus 4.
The head of the snake cut off. It isn't a Hydra. Will more grow? It doesn't look to be the case. It's Ara now in a 1v3. Trying to relay bolt his way out of this now. Waiting on the other side is something. Waiting for his just desserts. A frustrating map, but there it is. Ara has found himself 4. A Red Bull clutch managed to keep GX in the game.
To get a little bit of info. Wow, Westside caught on the cross.
Really hoping to be a thorn and deny a wraparound, but there will be a reflank coming from PRX now, and GX know it. It's time to go. Onto the side goes Ara Cloud, trying to set him up here with a Hunter's Fury. No tags. Forsaken able to jump away from it for the most part. And now at Link, a little uncomfortable PRX.
Cloud watching the flank, Flickless getting the spike down. What can Cloud do? 1 for 1. One more kill for Flickless. He'll get that rolling thunder.
3 up though for GX. They don't have a lot to work with. Flickless needs the frag. Something to get swung on. It's going to be Ara finding his, but Patman comes alive. And Flickless solo on the side. Hardest rolling thunder's there. He can make use of it now. The 1v1, but Device swings on in. And finally, GX are forced to succumb. The overpowering pace.
Shooting is right. Being able to have your most decisive